James.
How are you doing, little brother?
I'm fine, brother. I don't take the thing when it comes to hadith because I have clear instructions about these people, and this is the
But
simple reason.
Iluf, you don't even take all the Quran, my man.
I take all of it.
When I asked you, for example, who was Abu Lahab, you said to me that doesn't concern me. I don't need to know about him.
But what do Abu Lahab's going to hell has to do with my living now?
Okay, hang on a second. What does the Quran have to do with your? What does Muhammad's sex life in the Quran have to do with you living now?
It's not. It's not that important with the sex life. It's not directly about.
Oh, well,
his
it
sex.
is. It is. Okay, watch this. The Quran tells you about how to sleep with children. Does that affect your life?
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay, but it does. It does talk about sleeping with children. It does talk about about beating your wives. It does say that talk about Abu Lahab. It talks about Muhammad and who he can sleep with. How does that not affect your life?
It doesn't, because it has to deal with the fact that he has given him privilege that he lived by, and that's it.
Okay. But let's get back to the topic. So if I was to ask you, Amin Salam Masih, my brother, God bless. Okay.
So out of curiosity, he loves, right? He loved. Do you practice? Would you practice Hajj? Like, would you go to Mecca to walk around the black stone?
Well, I understand from the Quran that was the house in Mecca was built by Abraham, and
okay, but wait, can you understand it from the Quran? Can you prove it through the Quran?
I'm coming. Yeah, I can. I can give you. It's Surah Abraham. When Abraham.
Wait, not from Abraham. But can you? How do you practice? Right? Does this tell you to walk around?
Yeah, but you're not listening to me. You have to listen first.
He wants to go to Quran 14, Ibrahim.
Yeah, Ibrahim made a prayer to his Lord about leaving his posterity on an uncultivable valley near unto his holy house, and God prayed to God to yawn the hearts of man to come towards him, that they may have a way of living. And this is what's happening since then to now.
But let's just start again. Hang on a second. If we had to start right from the start, let's just rewind just a tad. And we asked, well, who built the Kaaba? Now the burden of proof is on you now to prove, if you're saying Abraham built the Kaaba, where do I go to find out that Abraham built the Kaaba?
It's chapter 2, verse 125.
Beautiful. But when you read 2:125, it doesn't mention Mecca or the Kaaba. It just talks about the house of God.
Yeah,
doesn't mention Mecca, doesn't mention Kaaba, doesn't mention any of the things that you guys do.
It says Bakka.
No, it doesn't say Bakka, and Bakka is not in Jerusalem. Bakka is almost south of Gaza.
Yeah, plus there were a lot of cities during that time called Becca, because Becca means a city of weeping. That means there was a great war that happened there, which caused the people to weep. That's what Becca means. Therefore, there are over 10 different cities in the Middle Eastern region that are called Becca, which means, even in my language, Aramaic, is Bechya.
Yeah, and then there comes this fact that until today, since it started, it was the only place that we all went to. My great-grandfathers did the journey.
No. That's another lie. You see, when the Bible spoke about doing pilgrimage, we spoke about Jerusalem. The pilgrimage was never in Mecca. Nobody before Muhammad, nobody, nowhere in history do we find anyone ever going to a place called Mecca or Bakka to do Hajj. Never once is the Kaaba mentioned in history, not before later in the year 700 and something. So we have no evidence. In fact, the first time that Mecca is on a map is after, like 100 years after Muhammad died. Now, if it was such an important spot, wouldn't you think the Jews would know about it, since their prophet Abraham went there? Not only that, Iluf, not only that, if it's such an important trade place, wouldn't it be on a trade map? Because let's face it, before Muhammad was born, before Jesus was born, people had trade routes. They knew along which road to go to find the new trade post, meaning that they were shared information regarding the trading posts. Now, Muhammad comes 1400 years ago. Mecca comes onto the map, and it says it was always there. And now you include Abraham. Now you've gone back another 1500 years and you say, but Abraham was also here. Then before that, Muslims are saying, no. The first one that built it was Adam. So now we're going another, 1,000 years back, that Adam built it with the help of the angels, with zero proof.
Adam building it, I have no information about it, but about Abraham, it's written in the Quran. And when
okay, let's read it. Let's read to see what it says, and let's see if it actually says what you said, right? This is Surah 2, Baqarah, 125 to 127.
Yeah.
It says this: we made the house a resort and a sanctuary for people, saying, take the spot where Abraham stood as your place of prayer. We commanded Abraham and Ishmael, purify my house for those who walk round it, those who stay there, and those who bow and prostrate themselves in worship.
Right.
Abraham said, my Lord, make this land secure and provide with produce those of its people who believe in God and the last day. God said, as for those who disbelieve, I will grant them enjoyment for a short while and then subject them to the torment of the fire, an evil destination. As Abraham and Ishmael built up the foundations of the house, they prayed, our Lord, accept this from us. You are all hearing and all knowing.
Right.
Now, though the location of the house of Allah is not stated anywhere in that verse, you Muslims are now telling me it is the Kaaba and it is in Mecca, but you have no proof for it.
All right, look at it like this. If there is no proof, the multitude that would gather towards there, the multitude that has been gathering towards there, let's say back to the time of Mansa Musa coming from Africa into Mecca, we know that. And then we know that we had like great-grandparents that did this journey. Now, whatever you call that, however you want to discredit that, there's a fact.
But James,
hang on. The basic fact that remains, it is the only place, and it has never been confused by any other place.
Okay,
So
well, stop there.
Yeah.
Watch this. Sorry, guys. Yes, sir?
I just wanted to say just two quick things about that. For one, remember, he's a Qurani. So he's saying we know that our great da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You don't know that. You can't know that because if it's outside the Quran, it's not authoritative to you. You have no reason to take it. If it's not in the Quran.
Mansa Musa is not anybody that came.
Let him finish, Aloof. Let him finish.
So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, James, weren't there many Kaabas during that time?
Kaabas, and not only that, the first mosques ever built didn't face the Kaaba in Mecca. They faced towards Petra, Jordan.